Coming up live on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. You are going to love it. Sit down, get a pencil out, get a piece of paper out, because there's some wonderful things that you can learn about Access Sacramento and the programs that they are producing right now, which are really fabulous. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this important message. With me in the studio is Christina Marie, who is a staff person here at beautiful Access Sacramento, and who's going to talk about the upcoming events. This whole spring is just going to be powerful here, right?
Yeah, I think spring has sprung already. We are so busy at Access Sacramento. We've got a lot of great stuff lined up for this year. So thank you for having me on.
Oh, I'm so excited by the idea of yet another filmmaking process and the big day on TV and all of these events that Access Sacramento is taking part in the community.
Yeah, the first thing we can probably talk about is the big day of TV. This year, we are creating this new program to better support the nonprofits in our region.
How many?
And so the big day of TV is going to be 200 minutes, about 20 nonprofits that are local to Sac County. And then we are going to broadcast those the weeks coming up to the big day of giving.
Okay, that sounds like a really interesting thing. And I'm interested to see the nonprofits, because there's Sacramento County has an amazing number of nonprofits, and some are really fabulous service organizations, and some of them are very fixed on one project to do over and over and over again, and I like that.
Yeah, very specialized.
There are some very creative arts groups.
Yes.
And so, in fact, the arts are now coming back in full force. If you look at all the theater companies and the dancing and the things, projects, fairs and craft fairs and things like that, they're coming out again.
Yeah, they finally found a way through the pandemic, and they've modified their experiences and found positive ways to come out with that. And what's really exciting about Big Day of Giving this year is they have an equity project attached to their giving campaigns, where they're lifting up smaller companies that are led by Black, Indigenous, people of color, and women, so that they kind of have a fair shake, because there's so many organizations involved every year for Big Day of Giving at this point, that some of the smaller guys kind of get lost in that static,
That's true, because they don't have someone hired to do specialty money development. They do the work. They write the one of 2 or 3 year people write the grant applications, or come up with the program at least,
right,
or act in the play or whatever. So the smaller organizations don't have that extra energy moving towards donors.
Right, yeah. So that's why at Access Sacramento, we've decided to help them out quite a bit. So, in Sacramento, we have a lot of great local news stations that'll have nonprofits on to speak for a minute or two about their mission or an initiative they're doing or an event. What we're going to give them 10 full minutes to do some deep conversations about their mission, their needs, and just how to get involved with their organization.
I think that's really great for people to learn about. I had no idea that there was a nonprofit that dealt with this issue, or a performing arts group that did these specific kinds of artwork. So it's a real learning process to see what's available to you and your family within 10 minutes of your house.
Yeah, I mean, not only are you going to learn about what services are available to you, or like what like theater companies and arts and things that are out there, but you're also going to learn ways how you can volunteer. And, volunteering is actually such a great benefit to the individual. There's lots of deep studies about how it improves your health. And now with COVID being passed, it's a great way to kind of get out there and dip your toes in the pool again, meet new people, and make a real difference in your community.
So Access Sacramento is a nonprofit.
Yes.
It's one of those nonprofits.
Yes.
And it has volunteer opportunities. Why don't we talk about some of those?
We have plenty of volunteer opportunities. I mean, any of the members, once they're certified, can volunteer on any of the shows. We also have our intern program. We are with all of the colleges in the region. We do offer credit for our internship program.
Okay, good. Good. So if you're a theater major in college, you could get credit.
You could be any major, actually, if you have an interest in broadcast and media.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we love theater majors, right? You know, theater.
Yeah, I just brought that up as an example. I mean, if you're somebody who can slosh paint in a pretty way.
Sure, yeah. I mean, most of the people that show the most interest, I would say, are communications or film majors, or broadcast majors, and they get up and running like right away.
So, what's the big day of giving all about again?
So the big day of giving, first of all, mark your calendars, save the date for May 4th.
There's my calendar.
This year it's on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And there are 700 organizations participating.
My goodness.
And so for 24 hours on May 4th, from midnight to midnight, you can donate online through their donating portal. And those funds will be matched by community match funders, like major corporations.
Yes, good.
And the whole thing kind of comes together with like providing the advertising and the outreach and some events and stuff, so that smaller organizations can have that bigger like agency feel.
Yes, the concept of matching kind of eludes a lot of people. It's simply, if you put $25 down, a large corporation is going to put another 25 or maybe 50 down.
The match funds are a little bit different. They're like, so for every donation that you give, like Access Sacramento will have dollar for dollar matches, but then the Big Day of Giving partners will also do a percentage match. So this year they haven't announced all of their match funders yet, but like last year they had, like some of them were like $10,000, $25,000, and then a percentage of that went towards your all the accounts.
Really?
So yeah,
that's fascinating. I really think it's a great service to Sacramento, and other counties should follow in.
Yeah, and well, Big Day of Giving actually covers the 5-county area for us.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow.
But Access Sacramento is we're trying to focus our efforts on our fellow nonprofits in our own county, and so we're asking people to become like our Big Day of Giving buddies.
Yes.
And promote regionally.
So. Access Sacramento will also play a part in that. So if you are interested in that, and let's talk about the film program that we talked about.
Our programs, yeah. Yeah, so one of the great reasons to support Access Sacramento is a place called Sacramento, and that is our film incubator lab, basically. So actually we have a deadline coming up for that.
Incubator lab?
Yeah, so it starts with writing a script, a 10-page script. Okay. And that deadline is March 14th at 5 p.m. in our office. You turn in a 10-page script to us in a script competition. And the top 10 scripts will then go on to the next leg of the contest. And during that time, in our incubator process, we give these writers classes. We give them cast and crew. We provide equipment and, all sorts of support here and there.
Is there a class that I can take to learn how to write a script?
Actually, yes. Tonight you are going to find out a lot more about Don Spinella's class. And that's coming up this weekend. We still have a few spots left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is an amazing class. She is such a celebrated writer, multi-award winning.
There she is.
And she is in studio.
Hi, Don. She's not talking back. Why?
If your script's already done, maybe take the class and she'll help you brush it up. Last year, she helped several of the teams, and it was quite competitive. Like, it really showed who took advantage of her class. So I highly encourage it. I'm a writer. I've written dozens of screenplays, and I can't recommend her enough. Like,
Okay.
what she does is magic.
Okay, and I hope that people will take notice of your energy.
I'm serious. So what's even better, okay, so after the cast and crew call, after the summer of filmmaking and support, we end the whole thing in a red carpet film premiere at the Crest on Friday the 13th this year.
And are those the winners from last year?
Of October. Yes, we have some of the participants last year on screen.
That's the name of their play, As
Yeah,
Is.
As
I
Is
see.
was that movie, yeah. And this is another filmmaker. I can't read the name of that movie. Unfortunately, it's too far away from me.
Oh,
And
yeah,
this
they
is the
all
whole
are.
gang,
Okay, well,
yeah.
there you go. Those
These
are
are
all
all
the
the
winners
finalists.
from last year.
Yeah, these are all the finalists.
That's good. And I see there's good support, community support up on the wall in the background. The Busky Group,
Yeah.
Casting Calls of
Yeah,
America.
the Gay Men's Chorus. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, we get a lot of regional support, and we are now taking sponsorships for a place called Sacramento. So if anybody wants to get involved with that, all they have to do is contact the station.
Okay, and how do we do that? Oh, there, look, television knows.
Television knows. Yeah.
It's interesting when you start talking about something, and all of a sudden the answer comes up in full script on the screen.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I think we have some smart people working here.
I think there's a window over there, and I can see people doing stuff.
Yeah.
Good,
So,
good. And so, what's it like working here?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love working here. You know, I've developed for other nonprofits, and coming back into TV has just been so welcoming and wonderful here. I mean, even though the pandemic, and we've had a lot of hard hits at Access Sacramento, but our new executive director, Donna Giroux, is quite the leader. She has sailed this ship through the whole thing.
The deep waters.
And this year, we're just both so excited because we can actually now start to roll out program again.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's what's happening here. I think it's fascinating. And
Yeah.
if you have never been down here, you can actually come down here and just meet people and walk around and find out about
Yeah.
the programs.
Oh yeah, we're open all the time. We're in the Coloma Center. It's a 100-year-old building. So some people, they drive past it. They're like, "Oh, I didn't see Access Sacramento. I saw this weird castle thing."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh no, that's the Coloma Center."
Okay.
Come
so
on.
we have like 30 seconds or whatever the time we have. So let's say if you're interested in making a film, having a script made,
Yes.
you have to start work on a script, and you have until March 14th to do the script.
Yes.
It has to be 10 pages.
Yep.
And you can take a class in how to do that and bring your and have a very, very well-known teacher, writer.
Yes. Don Spinella.
Help you with that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a slam dunk.
It is a slam dunk. A first-time filmmaker can excel. In fact, one of our makers from last year has been accepted in like over 15 film festivals since ours. So
With their film?
yeah, we launched her career. She's a lawyer. She never made a film before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Underline. Thank you so much, very much for talking to me about this,
Yeah.
Christina Marie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, well, we'll come on back any old time.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're going to take a short pause for the cause, and we'll be back just after some very important messages, and we're going to meet Don Spinella, whom we have been talking about. So stay tuned.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Okay, we're back with LiveWire, and boy, it's really live, and here's Dawn Spinell. How are you?
I'm great, Ray. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Good.
Feel good about it, and I think it's really exciting, the new programming come up here at Access Sacramento, and the ongoing expression of anybody can make a film.
Right.
If you just put yourself to it and learn the ropes, and you have a class coming up, which actually feeds into the place called Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how does that work?
So it's so great to have gotten through COVID so that we could get back on track with this program, because there is so much talent here in Sacramento and so many wonderful stories waiting to be told. And so place called Sacramento has been going on for quite a while. It's a great opportunity for the community to figure out how they can make a film, what their story is, to get that out there. And then the rest of the community comes in and supports. There's great opportunities.
Yeah, well, you mean by community, you.
Yeah, the folks out there. Right.
You can make a film. And
Yes.
so, and also taking your class is very interesting, because it's really the core of writing, a compelling piece of compelling
It
piece.
takes a great script to make a great film.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And people don't think that they can do it, and some people are shocked when this
Right.
all started. They were shocked that they got in, and that they had come up with a script that was exciting and competitive and knocked the others out of the way.
Right. That happens. I mean,
does.
it has to happen, right?
Yes, it
so,
does.
yeah, my class is coming up this weekend, this Saturday, and then the following Saturday. And it's kind of the beginning. It sets the groundwork for all of the other courses, because you have to get into the competition before you can start making your film with the support of folks in the Access community.
And they
right?
come to it,
Right.
right?
Oh,
Okay.
right. It's a big thing. There's a lot of people show up to support, to volunteer, to help out. And it's really amazing. I mean, there really just a lot of friendships and opportunities are created there.
But there is someone guiding, and like I know how to write a script, but I don't want to produce it. Somebody else can do it. Can you give me a producer?
Well, so as the writer, you kind of take the reins
Okay.
of the film. You have to know, and that's why Access offers a producing class, so they help you understand what's involved
okay.
with producing the film, because you really need to know.
Yeah.
They offer a makeup class, and I think they offer an acting class as well. So after the writing, after you get that good script done, and the people who have taken my classes in the last 5 or 6 years, you will see them primarily on that stage. You saw the picture of all those people up there.
Yes.
Every year, like at least half of those are the people who took my class.
Yeah.
And they're there and they're doing the hard work. And writing's not easy, but I know when I hear a good story, I push and I push and I push until you can get those beats done. And then I help you with the writing. And I think that's why they're so successful, because one, they listen. I know the first year, one of my students said, "When does the rewriting stop? When does it stop?" She said, "I was crying so much, Dawn." I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Because I just kept giving it back to her and saying, okay, a little more, a little more, a little more. But she knocked it out of the ballpark with it. It was a beautiful story, and it was the first time. And you know what? She's gone on now to start working on her degree in screenwriting.
Oh, right.
And it ignited her passion. And it was a challenge, but she knew that after she did it, she could get through anything.
You have a degree from UCLA
I do.
and in screenwriting. I mean, you were walking down the street one day in Whittier, and it's in Los Angeles, I think.
Yes.
In Whittier, and you say, gosh, I think I'll learn how to write scripts.
Yeah, that's basically what.
Basically
no,
what-
that's not how it went down. at
I
all.
see, okay.
You know what? I started out as an actor. I started in theater when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I think like a lot of people, you just kind of walk this line. And
Mm-hmm.
I got to a point where I'm like, acting's just not enough. It's not enough for my crazy personality. I need to do more, right? And I thought it starts with a story. It always starts with a story. And if I could understand that, then I could really create powerful things. I was really excited at that time by great writers, like Aaron Sorkin and of course Tennessee Williams, and I think they just ignited a passion in me to be able to tell stories with words, and it's exciting.
Well, you certainly have gone and won major awards. The Alfred Sloan Science Award. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
Shocko. Whoa,
Yeah,
I won
right.
something. Whoa.
Nominated for a Humanitas Award, which is a very, very big deal as well for a pilot that I wrote.
This
so
is great.
Yeah. But I think once you learn once you learn the technical aspect of it, if you can create that powerful story, and then you combine the two, because if you have a powerful story but you don't know how to tell it powerfully, it's diminished, right? And it's
Yes.
when the knowledge and the idea can meet, when they meet, and you know how to drive that through, that's when you really create something.
Yes. And I mean, it goes all the way through, not only from the production to the last edit.
Yes, right, absolutely. Oh man, and I edit as well, and I say, hey, if you want to write, start editing, because it helps so much in understanding what you need to shoot, and then what you need to shoot goes into that screenplay, right? So it's a big circle. I kind of
Oh,
think
it
you
is.
you never stop learning. It's one of the things I love about filmmaking.
Yes, yeah. I certainly have experienced that. You edited out what I thought was the most important sentence of
Right. Well, you know that you've heard that sometimes you have to kill your babies, throw your babies out with the bathwater. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes you do. But
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So good. And what do people do? What can they do now if they really want to get part of this thing? They have an idea for a script, and they're listening to us talk about it, and in its terms, like, yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
we'll call Access Sacramento right now or immediately and sign up for the class. And then bring your idea to class and be ready to pound the idea out so that we know how to hit the beats of that story and then fill it in. And pretty much I'm going to guide you on that, but you have to come with that idea. Now, if you come and you just want to learn, that's cool too. I mean, you don't have to show up with that idea if you're not intending to submit anything. But I know that a lot of people are.
Yeah, so look at the screen there. It's short form script writing workshop, 2-day workshop, 2-hour sessions. Sessions is spelled wrong. Okay.
And I promise I won't make you cry.
Okay.
Not this time. No, I may ask you to rewrite.
You won't make me cry. Okay, good.
And one of the things is, you said a 10-page. It's up to 10 pages.
Yeah.
I always recommend 8, only because things tend to run long. So it's okay to turn in a 10-page script, but trust me, when it comes time to film that, you're going to want to shoot something that's a little bit shorter so that it doesn't drive you crazy, because the shooting's intense.
It is, and to tell the story in 8 pages, beginning, middle, and end, it does need some help from an expert.
Yeah.
I think, because some of the original pieces were really long, and they said, I've got, 25 minutes of text and film here, or half an hour. How do I cut it down so that it smoothly runs?
Right. Well, a lot of people don't. Who was it that said something about, I'm sorry this letter's so long. If I'd had more time, I could have written you a shorter letter. We tend to just be verbose and throw everything out there because we don't realize the power of brevity.
That's
and
true.
A short screenplay is all about that brevity.
And it's a great thing to learn. And also the fact is, if you can get that core into the, how many minutes?
Well, 8 to 10.
8 to 10 minutes, you can get a core of the idea in it. You could expand it into anything.
You're going to use your 10 minutes. I promise you that. You'll use those 10 minutes. But a leaner script allows you more time to explore the visuals that can come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the outcome, we haven't talked about that. The outcome is you will see your film on the big screen in a big auditorium with hundreds of people.
right? That theater holds almost 1,000 people, just a few people shy of 1,000. And it's really awesome to see it up on that big
It
screen.
must feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
I know one of the little girls this past year, she was like this when she saw her face up there. She couldn't look at first, and then she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Well, now she wants an agent. Yeah, she's ready for an
Personality
agent.
shift.
And she's so talented. Oh my gosh, she's so talented. So
That's good. That's really good. That was an actress in one of the shows.
One of the shorts.
Okay, I think it's fascinating. So okay, and it starts this weekend. Your thing.
Yes,
so it's
this
gotta be
Saturday
very
at 10.
Important. Very important. So there's 2 pictures. Did we show those 2 pictures? I think we did.
pictures of what?
I don't know. It says 2 pictures.
Oh, okay,
Flyers.
okay.
We did it.
Oh, well, there's another one.
Oh, there. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should
Maybe I
take the
should-
screenwriting class. Well, stop thinking about it and do it.
That's right.
Only because it really is. It makes a huge difference.
This is great. And how many films are chosen?
10.
10. And then there are 10, and we watch these 10 8-minute films in a big auditorium. I love that idea. I was very shocked at the first day. I thought, Ron, why do you put this in a big place? It's never going to fill up. It filled up.
It does.
There are people who are so interested in these films, and some of them now, from that early period of time, they're making films in Hollywood.
Right. Well, lots of people, quite a few that I know, continue on. Like the gal that who was in last year's, she had a story that was about her Indian culture, set in that culture. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing, because this is something that we don't see very often. We see Bollywood type films, but we don't see these small personal stories. Do you have to get going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You read my face.
I did.
That's it. That's all the time we have.
Okay.
Access Sacramento. Tune in. Actually, they have a website. Bye. We'll see you next week on LiveWire.